Every night, millions of households face the same invisible tension, the visceral fear of the dark. In our story, this anxiety takes the shape of Flick, a firefly hiding behind a leaf because he is convinced the shadows have teeth. When a child feels that fear, their nervous system enters a vigilant biological state. Their heart rate increases, and their brain begins scanning the room for potential threats. Simply telling a child to go to sleep ignores this biological reality. It creates a psychological vacuum, asking a brain on high alert to drop into a vulnerable state without providing a tangible bridge to cross the gap. Managing this nightly fear requires intervention. To reach sleep, the body's internal alarm system must be systematically disarmed. Flick's solution to this vacuum is the Nightlight Hero 4-minute timer. This animated diagram maps the overarching structure of the protocol. It is a chronological sequence designed to move a child from the high-frequency, jagged red lines of panic toward the smooth blue waves of rest. This ticking clock acts as a psychological anchor. It demonstrates to the child that falling asleep is not a sudden drop-off, but a predictable, step-by-step process they can complete. The first phase of the countdown focuses on belly breathing. The child participates in an interactive exercise, taking deep breaths and blowing out to make Flick's tail glow brighter on the screen. This split-screen chart shows the internal effect of the exercise. As the child focuses on a prolonged exhale, shown by the expanding circle, they engage the nervous system to slow the heart rate. The line chart on the right shows the waves lengthening, which helps halt the production of cortisol. By providing a visual reward, the brain anchors its focus. This pulsing node represents the locking of cognitive attention, reducing mental space available for anxiety. This initial minute addresses the physical panic first. It prepares the body for rest before moving on to the psychological fear. With the body calmed, the next phase introduces the shadow game. Flick and Milo guide the child to use their hands to cast shadow puppets, like bunnies and birds, onto their own bedroom walls. This animated diagram breaks down the shift in perception. The protocol transforms the environmental fear trigger into a tool for play. By manipulating the darkness, the child moves from a passive observer to an active creator, controlling the narrative of the shadows. Playing with the darkness reduces its ability to frighten. The child uses the exercise to regain a sense of ease within their own bedroom. As the timer enters the final minute, the bright visual environment on the screen slowly dims, settling into a soft, warm, amber glow. The narrator reinforces this shift with a rhythmic sequence: 3 minutes of courage, 2 minutes of calm, 1 minute of sleep. This creates a definitive temporal boundary that signals the day is ending. This dual-axis chart shows the biological response to the amber light. Mimicking the color spectrum of a sunset acts as a chemical trigger. As blue light is eliminated, the brain begins to ramp up melatonin production, as shown by the rising curve. This final environmental shift completes the sequence, aligning the newly calmed mind with the body's natural sleep chemistry. As the timer hits 0, the screen fades to black. The high alert state recedes, replaced by a quiet point of focus, a single green spark. Flick's journey suggests that courage does not require removing the darkness entirely. Instead, it comes from a child's developing ability to self-soothe. By repeating these breathing and shadow exercises, the child internalizes the calming tools. They begin to carry their own inner light, reducing their dependence on external nightlights.
Flick ends his story by asking the viewer to share the color of their own inner light in the comments, encouraging them to reflect on the exercise before they sleep. By using a structured countdown to address both biology and psychology, the protocol provides a repeatable framework for a child to manage their own environment and transition into rest.